Hello everyone, welcome to the EBM Scholars. Today I'm here with a video explaining the instructions for the green card lottery. And these instructions are the one which we use in the DV lottery 2021, and these instructions are the same ones are going to be used in the DV 2022. Why am I doing this way? Because there are so many people are making so many mistakes in the DV lottery. Some of the mistakes, they are going to cost you, even if you win, not be able to be given the visa. I can give simple examples. Some people, maybe for whatever reasons, maybe they are out of the country or they are far away from their family, they decided to apply and don't include their children. Do you know what instructions is going to limit you to come to America in case you said you don't have kids, and while you have kids, and if you win, you cannot add those kids and you will be separated from those kids? Or you are legally married, you have every evidence that you are married, and you say you are not married. Or you are not married and you say married, just you think that will increase the chances, but when you win, you don't have the wedding marriage certificate. So there are so many things I've seen people are making mistakes, and it has costed so many people. So these instructions, if you know them early, you can be in a position to even to know the form, to know what you need to avoid when it comes to the DV 2022. Welcome everyone, my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, the founder and the CEO of the EBM Scholars. So as I mentioned at the beginning about this video, I'm going to show on my screen each instruction, and I'm going to interpret that instruction, how is that important, and why you need to consider those aspects very, very careful. Because if you do these kind of mistakes, they are going to cost you. These are the reasons why some people, even if they win, they either don't come or they're going to cost a lot of things in their life. I don't know how to explain this. There are so many companies, there are so many people in different countries, they are asking people so that they can help you to fill this form for the green card lottery. And you end up, these people, because they are doing business or they are doing just their filling form for you, they end up doing unnecessary mistakes. Mistakes can be in the email, mistakes can be in your name. Some people, they do unnecessary mistakes on the first name to be in the middle, middle to be the first. So there are so many mistakes. So my advice is, this video is going to break down step by step, going to show you these instructions. By understanding these instructions, it will make easier for you for the upcoming DV lottery, which will be, as always, from the first week of October until the 1st of November. So you are going to apply this 2020 for the DV 2022. So this is how you need to prepare yourself. So follow me into the next part of this video, which shows the screen and the instructions and what these instructions mean to you and anybody who is applying for the green card lottery. And in case you win, these instructions, this step you're going to take will come to save you and make you a successful winner. Not only successful winner, but also the person who will be granted the visa without a problem and start your journey to come to the United States of America and be able to succeed. So let's go to the part 2 of this video. Stay tuned, but remember to subscribe to this video or to this YouTube channel and share this channel to so many people. As you know, we use the simple languages and we make sure that we don't use curse words. So it is very, very good channel for parents, for kids, for anyone. This is a family channel. So thank you, and let's continue for the next part of this video. There is a display of the DV lottery instructions for 2021. In this video, I'm going to explain the instructions for the DV lottery 2021 and 2022 and beyond, obviously. Why am I making the video for the DV lottery instructions, whether it be 21, which we played last year, or 2022, which we expect to come this October and beyond? The reason being, there are so many people I've seen, they are winning the green card lottery, but in the end, they are not going to be given the visas. they are going to be denied to be given the visas because on the mistakes they have done in the DV lottery applications. They didn't follow certain kind of instructions, and in the end, it is coming to cost them a lot. And with that case, I see it is very important to come here and give the instructions in detail for the DV 2021, the DV 2022, and beyond. What you need to prepare right now if you are waiting for the application for the next DV lottery. And in case even if the results come out, you are not going to win, but you know for sure how are you going to prepare for the next DV lottery. So that will be very critical. But also, this will be something for those who have won, but they did some mistakes. How do they need to correct those kind of mistakes in case they have done a mistake in either part of the application? Welcome, everyone. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM, talking to you from my home office in Belton, Missouri, United States of America. So before I continue, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share my YouTube link or channel to your friends and colleagues. You can post them on Twitter, you can post them on Instagram, share on WhatsApp, and so many other places where you can be able to share. So let me go on and describing about these instructions. So this is for DV 2021, but as I've said, these instructions are the same one for DV 2022. The same instruction we are using for DV 2020, and below that one, the only one requirement changed was the passport requirement, which I will explain in detail and why you need to prepare right now for the coming DV lottery in case you didn't apply last year because of the passport requirement. The passport requirement will not be removed, will continue to be there. So you need to prepare that one. And for those people who didn't apply incorrectly because they didn't put their spouse, they didn't put the correct number of children, here's the time to know what mistake you have done or what you needed to do to make sure that you have a correct application. So let me go. This is the official information from the Department of State. So it's not my information, it's from the Department of State. So I didn't make up this kind of information. So very clear. So even if the number they says for DV 2021, forget about the year. Usual, the DV lottery takes 55,000 people. These are the visas which will be issued or will be available for people winning. So when they do the DV lottery, the winners, they can take up to 70,000 people, but not all people will be coming to America. The priority will be given to the first case number from 1 to 55,000. And then if for some cases, some people don't get those visas, maybe let's say in Tanzania, 300 people are going to win, but because they are in travel ban, they are not going to come. So those numbers, they are going to other people. So usually they are going to take more than 55,000. So there are people with a 60,000 number, 67,000 number, but in most cases, it doesn't go to that way. If you want, I can show you some of the information in some of the years where people have won the green card lottery. So I can show you some statistics. Okay, let me show you some statistics of winners. So these are the statistics from the Department of State, the number of visas which have been issued from 2008 to 2017. So you can find the statistics for each country. For instance, Algeria, which year, how many people have been winning. So you can see that. Or you can scroll down, you can go to see what are the numbers in terms of the continent is Africa. 2008, 2009, 2010, that's where you can be able to see that way. So usual, as I mentioned, you see Africa average for the past few years, for the past like 8 years, they usually get at least 20,000 people out of 50,000 people who are coming to America. So over 35% of winners are coming from Africa. So So Africa is the continent which produces many winners. So if you have applied and you are from Africa, so you have more chances. But that is not my point. My point I want to share with you, these are the actual people who were issued the visas. So I want to come here at the bottom. You can see this is 2008. They got 46,000 people, then 48,000, 51, 51, and 52, and 52. These are the only years where the winners, they were given more than 50,000 winners. But in most cases, it's 49,000, nearby 50,000. So that's why we usually say 50,000 people, but max people who will be able to come here will be people, will be just 55,000. That is the max. I've been receiving a question, people are asking, so this year, are they going to increase the number of winners? No. The number of winners is going to be provided by the law under the section 203 subsection C of the Immigration Nationality Act, is the one which provides the diversity immigrants and as well as the number of winners who are supposed to come. So they are not going to change randomly because of the COVID-19 to increase the number of winners. No, they are not going to do that way. And there is no any cost at the time of application. So to apply for the DV lottery is free of charge. I will come at one point of the instruction to explain to you what they say, that even if you know someone, try to fill the form on your own. If someone fills the form for yourself, make sure you go with the confirmation number on your own. Don't leave that confirmation number. I will explain to you later what happens after that. So, okay, so these are the countries which are not eligible to apply. The natives of the following countries are not eligible because more than 50,000 natives of these countries immigrated to the United States in the previous 5 years. So there is Bangladesh, Brazil, Canada, China, mainland born, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, India, Jamaica, Mexico. Africa is only Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, South Korea, United Kingdom, exception of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and its territories, and as well as Vietnam. Persons born in Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan are eligible. Only country in Africa, Nigeria, is not eligible to apply. I know you might be having a question. What happens to the countries which are on the travel ban? The countries on the travel ban, they are still allowed to apply and they are still allowed to win. But you will only be given the visa only if between the time of the DV and the time of people are called for the interview from October 1st to the following of September 30th of the following year, if your country, which is on the travel ban like Tanzania, Sudan, Eritrea, all those countries, wherever they're in the travel ban, that means if it's removed, that means you can be able to get that visa. But if it's not removed, that chance will go to other people. That's why they are going to take more than 55,000 people as winners at the time. So let's go to the specifics. Eligibility. Number one point of eligibility overall is about nationality of someone. And it doesn't matter, eligibility is not confined to the time where the applicant is at the time of application. You can be in America and apply for the green card lottery, but your participation, your eligibility is based on either the country you are born, or who is your wife, your spouse, your husband, or the if you have dual citizenship, which nationality you are holding. That is number one reason. It's not about where you are. So you can be in Dubai, but you are from Senegal. When you apply, you are not applying as someone from Dubai, as a nation of Dubai. You are applying as someone from Senegal, someone from Ghana, someone from Kenya, someone from Tanzania, despite where you are at the time of application. And where you are at the time of application has nothing to do with you on winning the green card lottery. Because some people, they ask, oh, EBM, can you fill the form for me? Or you are asking your relative or friend who is in US, thinking that if someone in the US is filling the form for you, you are going to win. No, it doesn't matter where someone is filling the form. It doesn't matter where the person lives at the time of application. What matters is eligibility, which is the nationality of someone. In the end, when the lottery is played, is about the confirmation numbers. They don't care about your name. They don't care about your gender at the time of sorting. It's the computer. So eligibility number one, individuals born in the countries which qualify. The countries which qualify are all countries which I will show you at the bottom here, but all the countries exception of these countries which are not eligible. So that's number one. But sometimes, if this is the good one, but if you are born in an eligible, you are not born in an eligible country. Assume you are born in Nigeria. You are not, you are not born in an eligible country. There are two ways you can qualify. If, let's say, assume you are from Nigeria, but your spouse, your husband or your wife is from the country which is eligible. Your wife or your husband is from Ghana, but your husband, your spouse is from the country which is not allowed. You are allowed to apply on the basis of your spouse. So you can if yes, you can claim the eligibility based on your spouse country of birth. Provided that at the time of applying, you say you are married to that particular person. That will be able to do that. And will be coming with your spouse right away to the United States of America. But another one is, were you born in a country whose natives are ineligible? That means they are not eligible. But in which neither of your parents at the time you were born was legally resident of that particular country. This means, let's say, your parents moved from Kenya, let's say, or they moved from Nigeria to Kenya. And you were born in Kenya. But at the time you were born, your parents were not Kenyan citizens, they're still Nigerian citizens. So you can claim where you were born in that particular sense. Or if, let's say, you are from Kenya, you are going to live in Nigeria, even if the parents become Nigerian, but at the time you were born, you can claim the original of your parents if the country of your parents is still eligible. So it's just a little bit of confusion sometimes about this one. Requirement number two is about work experience or education. Each DV applicant must meet education or work experience requirement of the DV application program by either have at least high school education or its equivalent, depending on the country, defined by completion of 12 years course you are of the 12 formal education, primary or and secondary education, or you have 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years. But remember, this occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. So there are, if you go to this particular website, they explain different occupation. You can come and find there are so many information about how to get this occupation. So I'll put the link below and you can be able to do that. I'm not going to do that because the video will be so long, and for you, you'll have a problem to be able to record. You'll have a very big problem to end up to make a very big problem to understand. It will be like over 2 hours video. So to avoid that, I'm just going to put the link and you can be able to understand that, and you can be able to go through all the processes on your own, and you can be able to do that. So they are advising you, do not submit if you don't meet the qualification, because even if you win, in the end, you might end up not be given the visa. So that is something you need to consider, that you must make sure that you meet the qualification in order to be into the position of being given the visa. That's why some people, they are denied the visa because they either don't meet both the qualification or one of the qualification. But I've made a video a couple of days ago about work experience, and I've made a video about the education part, and I made the video about what reasons will make you not be given the visa despite of winning. And if you go to my YouTube channel, there is a what we call the, let me show you through here. If you go to my YouTube channel, and click the playlist. If you click playlist, there are so many playlists here. Go to the playlist of green card playlist. If you view the green card playlist, there are so many videos. All these videos are about green card. One among the part of this green card videos at the end here, I've talked about the work experience which you need to have, education and work experience. Which one? This video is talking about education and work experience. And even like the day before, yesterday, I made a video, 4 reasons to be denied green card visa despite winning green card lottery. So you need to be understanding that winning is not just does not guarantee that one. You might end up in primary school and your work experience, you didn't have any training, or you didn't have any way on how you can be able to make sure that you have those required work experiences. So I'm not going to talk about the entry period, but overall, just know that one of the things, each year application for the green card lottery starts on the first week of October and ends on the first week of November. So when it is in September, mid of September, or nearby the end of September, they are going to put the date. So for last year was starting from October 2nd and ending November 5th. So, but in the end, no matter what, usually it has been the first week of October and the first week of November. That is the application period. There is no paper application. All applications are done online. And this is very critical. Individuals with more than one entry will be disqualified. So if you apply, is one person, one application. And the successful application is the one until you go up to the end, and then it says successful. If it says successful, you will see the confirmation number. And don't use so much minutes. Some people, they are starting thinking. They go there, they go, oh, put the passport number. Then they are going to the room to find their passport. Make sure that you have everything on the place to fill the application. If you stay maybe for 15 minutes filling the form, you come back, it will not continue because you have spent more time to fill the form, to fill that application. So you need to make sure that you have everything in place to be able to apply. So completing the form usual you do online. The website, I've been talking about the website, but a few things which you need to know, it comes to the application, information are very simple. Your name means you need to know your first name, middle name, and last name. These names must be as how they appear on the passport. There is a big problem of people where their names do not appear as they appear on their passport. That's a big problem. So at this point, forget about your birth certificate. Just use the passport. On the passport, let me show you how it works. There are some people have maybe two first names, or 2 middle names, or 2 last names. Make sure that show or write the names as they appear in the passport. Don't put the name in your transcript or your certificate. The names which they are going to be here must be exactly as they appear on the passport, not on your academic school, not on your marriage certificate, not the names as they appear on your baptism certificate or communion certificate. Must be as they appear on the passport. So I'm going to show you the passports. Let me go on the passport. So let me quickly show on the names how they appear in the passport. So this is the sample, just like US passport. So when it says surname means your last name. So if you have 2 names, you put both names. If you have one name, like my name is Makulilo, my last name is Makulilo. Then given names is your first and the middle name. If you have 2 names, so all the names they are in the given names, those will be first and middle names. That's how it is. So let's give some of the examples. This is Barack Obama. His name is Barack Hussein Obama. So the given names is first and the middle name. And the surname, which is the last name, is Obama. So the last name will be Obama, and the given names, which the first name will be Barack, and the middle name will be Hussein. That's how it is. So I'm going to delete this one. I don't need this one. This person has just 2 names.
Last name, which is his surname, is Rai. I can just, yeah, so last name is Rai, which is his surname. And the given names, she has just one name, Aishra, I don't know how to pronounce it. So that is the name. So she has, so when you fill the application form, you will say no middle name. I will show you, let me show you how to fill the form. So this is the application form. So on the last name, you'll put Obama. First name is Barack, middle name Hussein. So what in this case, like this lady doesn't have the last, has no middle name. So will be maybe Teddy, first name, I mean like last name is whatever name, maybe Johnson, first name is Teddy, no middle name, you tick here, there is no middle name. Or you tick here, obviously someone maybe does not have first name, so she has middle name and last name. If you have two names here, you put both last names. If there are two, you put it two. If you have two first names, you put both two first names here. Then you come on gender, date of birth, then city you were born. So remember, the city you were born is the city which is on your passport. Don't just try to find wherever you were born. So place of birth, when they say city, you might be born in a village. Oh, but my name is whatever. I was born in the hospital in the village. Or I was born at home. We don't care anything else. This person, place of birth is Baghdad. So put the place of birth which is on the passport. This person has surname Ramadugula. So this is the last name. But the given names is Sita Maha Lakshmi. So this person has either two first names or two middle names. So depending on the name. So this is what you do. Place of birth is this one. So you put place of birth where it is written on the passport. So don't put the place of birth of your village, but that name of the village is not on your passport. Put the name which is on your passport. Country you are born is also the country which is on your passport. This is very, very important, the country of eligibility. You might be born in Nigeria, but the country of eligibility, you are married to someone from Ghana. The country of eligibility will be Ghana because your spouse is from another country. As you have seen that you can be married to someone from another country which is eligible. You're from Pakistan. Bangladesh, for instance, is not eligible, but your husband is from Kenya. You will put the country you are born, and whatever city you are born will be the country and the city which is not eligible. You'll put Bangladesh. But country of eligibility is where you are going to be determined by. So that will be Kenya, where your spouse is. But in many people I know, they are citizens of a country and they are requesting eligibility based on that country. That is majority of people. So if you are Tanzanian, eligibility based on Tanzania. Very few people who are coming from those countries. But what happens if you are coming from the countries with you have dual citizenship and both countries are eligible? So you are allowed to choose either of the two countries to be eligible. So if you are, let's say you are a citizen of Norway, which is eligible, and you are a citizen of Uganda, you can choose which country you want to use as eligible country. So this is the new requirement, the passport requirement. For the new DV 2021 and obviously beyond, the passport number, country of insurance, and expiration of date must be valid. You must use this information. If you don't have passport or your passport has expired at the time of application, you cannot be able to apply. The only waiver is for the people who are coming from the communist countries and they are not able to get the passport. Out of that, you must get the waiver from the approval from the Secretary of Homeland Security or Secretary of State. You cannot bypass this way. So this is the reason why I'm making the video right now, because now we have enough time for you to apply for passport. Make sure you get a passport. But what if you don't have passport? And here I'm not talking about the passport. I'm not talking about the passport photo like those one. I'm talking about the passport as passport number, which you need to have at the time of application. But so let me give the example what if, in case you don't have the passport, and let's say you are few, maybe it's nearby the time to let's say the time to apply, and you don't have. So there are what we call the let me find what I was looking at. So there are this information. Just wait. I don't know where it is. This person has two names. Just the name is this one, and last name is Cray. I mean, first name is Cray, and this one doesn't have any middle name. So there are some people with that way. So, okay, let me give you an example. So for those people who don't have the passport, you can apply for the emergency or temporary permit, temporary passport. Each country, ECOWAS, West African, they have this one. East Africa, they have this one. This is for Kenya. Tanzania, they have that one. Uganda has that one. You can use it to travel within the East Africa, for instance, or ECOWAS, you can use that one, or SADC within. So if you apply for this one, it's just like $10, and you get either within the same day, or you get like 2 days, whatever, 3 days maximum, you'll get this one. So you can get this one, the temporary permit. You are given this one. It might be maybe it can expire within 1 year. So let me maybe zoom this one and make it a little bit bigger. You can be able to see this one. So, but when you are writing the passport number for this one, don't use this TP. TP means temporary permit. So don't use this TP. Just write your number from AAA, whatever this number, that is your passport number. Because some people, they had a problem, they put a TP dash all those numbers and it doesn't work. So don't put a TP. TP stands for temporary permit. And then you put just the number. So in case you don't have the actual passport, make sure you get the temporary passport. It will still work for you to be able to apply and get that one. So this is just the application for the temporary permit or temporary passport, which you can be able to apply and get it. So this is the sample. So for instance, this you can be able to use within East Africa. This is for people from Kenya. So I'm sure I don't need to have this one anymore. Let me delete some of this one. Okay, so we don't need all these one. I'm done with that one. So let's go back. So let me go to show you again on the passport number, the requirement. Let me go to the passport. If you go to the my application, I mean what I said, the playlist, you will see on the playlist of Green Card Lottery, there is the 2021 Green Card Lottery form, how to fill the DV lottery forms correctly and win. So that is the video which is there. The same process will be the same one. So if you look on this video, you put your name like that way, and then you put the date of birth, city of birth. Okay, so you can put the country of eligibility. Let me make it a little bit bigger, and I can show you quick. So you can see, you must put the passport number, the name as it appears on the passport, exactly as on the passport. You cannot bypass this one. If you don't have, you cannot do that one. Okay, so that is what I was filling on the passport. So let's go back to the instruction. Photograph. It has to be a recent. And they say most of the time it must be taken within 6 months. People are confused all the time. They ask me, EBM, my passport I'm supposed to take before 6 months. No, they want the passport which is the recent passport. Meaning you can take a passport on the day you are applying. Don't use the photo of 10 years ago. That's the point. That if you win, you are appearing on the embassy, you are a completely different person. I understand you can use the photo of last year, whatever it is, because some people don't change a lot. But just to be in a safe side, take a picture recent within 6 months. That means because application started in October, you can take a picture any day from the month of April. So at this point, you can take your picture right now. And this is very important for those who don't live in their countries, or you live in town, your spouse or your children are in another country. I know there are some people, they're in Middle East or in other countries, they are going there for work. This is the time to ask your spouse, to ask your mother, to ask someone to take all those photos for you. They have to take those photos. And the passport photos, number one, they are not supposed to be this way. Don't print out the passport photos. This is the big mistake. People are printing them out and they take the phone to take a picture of the printed photo. Don't do that. Don't print the photo like this way. Don't print the photo. A photo must be digital so that you can be able to upload. Don't print the photo and then go to scan. It doesn't make sense. Don't print a photo and then take your phone to take a photo. If you're going to the studio, ask them to take a photo of you, but ask them to put the photo on the flash, on the memory card, or on the disk, whatever, or they send it to your email. They do whatever it takes, but it's supposed to be a digital photo. But that photo must have certain kind of measurements. The photo must have a white background. That is number one. And each person will be taking the photo individual. But if your spouse is already in the US, is a US citizen or permanent resident already, you don't need to include them. You do not need to include the photograph for a spouse or child who is already in the US as a US citizen or lawful permanent resident. But you will not be penalized if you do. So if your spouse or your children are already US citizen, you don't need to include them. Or you don't need to include their photo. But if you include them, it's okay. You're not going to be penalized for that. Okay. Let me give the examples of some of these photos. Okay. This is the measurements. You can see they are supposed to be like at least it's called 600 by 600, like a square. And you don't need to, I mean, you need to have a neck, you need to have a little bit of shoulder, like this way. And I'm going to show you some of the photos like this one. This is the one which after being edited is look like that way. Just an exception of these green lines. So that is one of the photo after being edited. It's supposed to be that way. Okay. After being edited, that will be the photo. Then this is not, don't print out the photos. If you print out the photo, you are going to be on trouble. This is another example of the photo which has already been edited. If you can see that photo, there is a little bit of the shoulder, a little bit of white background. So don't take a picture in a pink background. And when you are taking the picture, don't use the white shirt and the background is white. It's not required, but just to look nice, don't use a white shirt or white gown. You are allowed to wear makeup, but you are not allowed to wear glasses. That is a new requirement. Another thing is, don't do take a photo, then you start to do a lot of photoshopping. You are going to be denied. I have a video explaining about that too. So if you go on my playlist, Green Card playlist, if you go on the Green Card playlist, there is all the videos, they are there. So it's your job just to go here and get them. There is this video which already explaining in detail about the Green Card photo, how to edit Green Card photo. And I'm going to show you the quicker way to edit these photos. So this is the website, it's called egreencardphoto.com. This is what I use. What you need to do is very simple processes you can do within even 1 minute will be done. You upload the photo. So let me go Green Card photo. I've already put the photo here. So if you can see the photo I'm going to upload, when you are taking the photo, you will see this photo. Before, let me take out this one. You see this photo. When you take the photo, you make sure that you don't be too close to a person. Don't take a selfie. Ask someone to take a photo of you. Take a white sheet, take a white paper or natural light outside and make sure that you take a picture. Don't be too close. If you're being too close, it will be difficult to edit. That means by this photo, you allow a space on above you, space on the sides, which make it easier for you to edit. So if you give me like this photo, what you need to do, you can see like on here, there is green line and the green line both on top of, so what you need to do, you just come and do like this way. So you put like one on the chin and one on top over there. So then you click continue. When you click continue, it will appear as in green card. It might not be exactly perfect, but if you then you click download. If you download, just 1 second, you will see the photo will be correct as supposed to be. So when you download the photo, it will be coming into the green card as correct as you can see. So this repeated mistake, you can just move that way to make sure that it will be correct. So just do that way, and then like this way, you click download. When you download, it will come to your download here. Then you upload. The photo will be in the proper measurement. The photo will be like this one. If you download that one, the photo will be like this one, 600 times 600, and the weight of the photo is not supposed to exceed 240 kilobytes. So the photo will automatically be meeting the measurements which are required. So then there is address, which you need to put the address. You must put the address, whether you be care of somebody, it is a must. You have to put the country where you live today. The phone number is optional. Make sure you use the email address, which is correct email address, because this is the email address the KCC will send you if you are supposed to go for the interview or if they need the documents from you. This is the email address they will be using. Then you are supposed to put in the highest level of education, marital status. So if you are single, you put unmarried. Don't put unmarried. If you are married, you have marriage certificate. Then I will come down here to ask you what is happening if you put you are married but you are not married, or if you put you are not married but you are married. Failure to list your eligible spouse or listing someone who is not your spouse will result in your disqualification as the diversity visa principal applicant and the refuse of all visa applications in the case at the time of the visa interview. Make sure if you are married, by married, you have the evidence document to prove that is your wife. I know some countries have traditional marriage, whatever it is, but you have to say you are married, you are married. Don't say you are married and you are going to put your girlfriend. No. That is something very, very important. And if you have 4 wives like a Muslim, nothing bad. America recognizes one marriage, so you put 1 wife. If you are traditional, you have 2 wives, you put 1 wife. The one will be coming together in the US. You cannot come with 2 wives here. But if you are separated, you are not going to be penalized if you choose to enter the name of your spouse whom you are legally separated. If you are not legally separated by court order, you must include your spouse even if you plan to divorce. If your wife is, you have conflict with your wife and your wife stays with their parents, as long as you don't have court order of separation, that is still your wife. So you must put that one. Failure to list your eligible spouse is grounds for disqualification. But if your spouse is US citizen, you don't need to put there, or you choose the married, my spouse is a US citizen or permanent resident already. Then it comes to the very critical part. This is the part I will talk, and then the rest part are very, very easy because this video is already over 40 minutes up to now. Number of children. You must list all the names, all the children you have, date of birth, their gender, city of birth, and the country of birth. And these children must be under the age of 21 and married. Whether they live with you or they are not living with you, or they plan to come with you or not, you have to include them, unless otherwise they are US citizens or they are green card holders. Okay, by children we mean all natural children, mean all the children who are your biological children. If you have adopted children, you have adopted a child, that child must be legally adopted. So don't put a child because you have been paying for school fees. Don't put your child because it's the daughter or the son of your sister and your sister has passed away. Then you have been raising that person, you assume is your child. No, it's not your child unless otherwise you have court documentation to prove that you have adopted that child. Then if you are living with you are living with stepchildren, but those stepchildren, you live with them and they are under the age of 21 and married, then you'll be able to put them here. Okay. Failure to list children who are eligible or listing someone who is not your child will result into disqualification of the principal applicant and refusal of all visa applications in the case at the time of the visa interview. So this is the critical part. If you mentioned you don't have kids, while you have kids, you win, you come on, you add that child on the DS-260, you will not come to US, you will be denied the visa. And all the children, whatever, will not be given the green card visa. So those are the main principles of application. These are the photo, the one I was talking about is supposed to be in color. You have to stay on focus. It's supposed to be these measurements, clothing you normally wear, whatever, on daily basis. So don't complicate, don't wear all this kind of, don't wear a headphone, don't put wireless devices, don't wear sunglasses. So those are the things which are there, which I've already explained on that. It's supposed to be less than 240 kilobytes. If it is more than 240 kilobytes, it will not go through. It will say no. It is above the measurements. So those are the things. How to take the picture of the baby or toddler. If you have a child, even if the child is 1 year old or if the child is 1 day old, it must be included. This is how you can be able to do. I'll put this link on the description of this video. You can follow the instructions. So even if the child is 1 day old, must be able to do that. Okay, so these are some of the frequent asked questions which you need to do or you need to know. I'm not going to go through all these. I'm not going to ask you all these kind of questions. One of the questions is, may my spouse and I submit each application separately? Yes, each spouse may submit one entry. When you submit, for instance, I'm applying myself as main applicant. I will say I'm married to Marie. I'm putting Marie and I put my 3 children. And then my wife is going to apply as main applicant and say she's married to me and she's going to put our 3 children. If she wins, entire family wins. If I win, the entire family wins. But remember, the principal applicant must have the passport. The dependents, the spouse, the person who is coming underneath doesn't need to have a passport to be included, which we call derivative dependent. Do not need to have passport to be included. So those are some of the things they are going to explain about children, about everything. Application is online. Make sure you have, when you, I hit the submit button, but not receive the confirmation number. If I submit another application, will I be disqualified? If you did not receive confirmation number, your entry was not recorded. You must submit another entry. It will not be counted as a duplicate. Once you receive a confirmation number, do not resubmit your information. Do not resubmit. So application is considered successful when you get the confirmation number. Let me go to this application and I will show you what does that mean when you fill everything and it comes to confirmation number when it says successful. So this is when they say successful. We see the V2021, it will say entry received, success. So it will say entry received, success, name of the person. The name will appear as last, first, middle when it appears on here. Then it will give you the confirmation number and the digital signature and the date you can come to check the results. So if you reach this page, that means your application has been successfully submitted. Out of that, your application is not complete yet. How do you know if you are selected? To know if you are selected, you have to check on the DV lottery results on the time when the results are out. Don't be scammed by those USAFIs, whatever website they're telling you you have won the green card lottery, they send you the email. No one is sending you the email that you have been selected, no. The Department of State will not notify you direct if your entry is not selected or selected, whatever it is. You are supposed to check online on the confirmation number you have. What if you lose your confirmation number? You must have your confirmation number to access your entrant check. A tool is available in entrant check, so will allow you, in case allow you to retrieve the confirmation number via email address which you use to register on the application, which they'll put the email address, your name, the year of birth, and then they'll give you the confirmation number. U.S. embassies and consulates, KCC, are unable to check your selection status for you or provide a confirmation number to you directly. So it's your responsibility. That's why I usually tell people, once you get the confirmation number, screenshot and send it to your own email. Don't write down, because if you write down the confirmation number, you might confuse between 0 and O, I and 1. So that is some of the problem you might be having. Will I receive any information from the postal mail? No, no one is sending you from the postal mail. And be careful with the scam. Only the domain with .gov is the official US government website. Any other website, .org, .com, .net, all those are fake websites. There is no that these are the company which is working under the US government to help you. No, no, no. Don't send money. Never send money through Western Union. Like I'm helping you. Even myself, if I send that message, please ignore. That will be scam. Don't do that. So these are some of the frequent asked questions. They are there, and these are how many visa will be issued. Maximum is 55,000. And these are the countries. Each country they have been allowed to apply, exception the countries in Africa is Nigeria. So those are the countries which are allowed, and that will be the end of all these requirements. So a few things I want to make sure that you know. For the DV 2021, all the time we are saying the results are supposed to come out on May 5th. As you can see, we have been saying that the results will be out on May 5th, 2020. This is what was to be talking out. But I've already made a video that our department said we are postponing the DV results for applicants until June this date, but they haven't updated on their website. So let's say and wait. The delay will not negatively impact our ability to pre-process and schedule DV 2021 interview, which are scheduled to start on October 1st. So doesn't change at all. So those are the things I want to share with you. To make sure that you understand. I'll put the video like this website for photo editing and other websites which are very, very crucial. This is the playlist. You can be able to know that. But also, if you can see some of the statistics, if you want to find the statistics, how many people have applied each year, you can be able to see. For instance, Afghanistan, this number. So you can be able to see all these statistics are on the internet. So it's just up to you to find which one. Sorry. Okay, so it's just like to find which one you want to see. These are the number of winners. For instance, the V lottery, you can see Algeria, in Africa, each country, how many they have won, to be able to help you on that way. So let me delete all these. I don't need them right now. So up to that, I'm sorry, it is 49 minutes, going to 50 minutes video. It is a very long video, but I want to make sure that you understand these instructions so that you are going to avoid any mistakes you can be able to incur at the time of application. Few things you need to do as a reminder. Number one, make sure that you have the passport. The passport requirement, passport as a travel document, you must have it. So make sure that as a main applicant, you must have the passport. In case you don't have, make sure that you get even those temporary passport, which I said. Make sure again you are going to have the passport photo. Make sure that if you are in another country, ask your spouse, ask your children to make sure that they give you the passport photos as soon as possible, because sometimes it is the time of green card lottery, they cannot be able to get that good photo. So get those photos in advance, even if you do not know whether you are going to win the result for the DV lottery or not. But prepare for the next lottery. Assumption is you are not going to win. What will be the next move you need to do? So those are the things I want you to understand. But also, if you apply, you don't win, don't get upset. Remember, it is a free application. You didn't pay any amount of money. It is just 5-10 minutes application, taking a photo, doing the application. So you have nothing to lose. How many times you have gone, you have decided to bet, and it went to a point that you went for betting for soccer and you didn't win, and then you have lost your money. But how many times, for instance, you are going to put your bundle, your internet, you go to internet cafe, cyber, and you're just going to see Arsenal versus Manchester United. You pay your money and you watch the game for 90 minutes. Or to check the updates, which player moved to another team. Or you go to the Instagram of Davido, or Diamond, or Alikiba, or any other musician, the famous musician in your country. What do you benefit? Yes, you can benefit by entertainment, but this is 10 minutes maximum of your life. You never know whether you're going to win, whether or not you're going to win. So as long as it's free, as long as the green card lottery will still be there, please keep applying until the year when they are deciding we are going to suspend the lottery forever. But otherwise, keep applying. Even if you have applied for 5 different years and you haven't been able to get it, keep applying. You never know. This year might be your year to win the DV lottery. So that is what I want to share with you. I'm sure you have been able to follow with me very, very clearly. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and remember to share these videos to other people. This is a very critical information, and these are the instructions for the DV lottery 2021, 2022, and beyond. All the best, everyone, and stay tuned for the opportunity for you to win and succeed in your life, in your country, and in the United States of America. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you, and I really appreciate your continued support.